Hello. Today's video will be um, one that is an exception. It's done by request. Is done at the request at the producer, more exactly. So what happened is that I bought this product a week ago with my own money, and ever since I got it, I have received quite a bit of emails from the producer asking for feedback. So as it goes in life, what you get is not always what you've been asking for. Is pretty much what happened here as well, both for me and now for the producer, because I committed to buy this product for two reasons, and I only got one of them. And now the producer is asking for a feedback, and I'm sure is not exactly what they were expecting. So without any delay, let's get into it. So it's about the carbon battery 6K, so 6000 milliamps power bank made by Nitecore. You have two options. You can buy it by itself, just the power bank, or you can buy it as a kit. And this kit is designed as a headlamp supplement, if I can put it that way. And it's designed to work with some of the Nitecore's headlamps, and will enhance their running time. So as a kit itself, I have to admit it's a useful product. So I don't own any Nitecore headlamps. I used to own a couple of small flashlights like this one here, but I gave those away to friends and family when I switched for the Rovi one. So other than that, I have no experience with their flashlights. I'm curious about a new one they released, but considering the experience I have now, I will be waiting for more details and info about that one before I'll commit to invest in one. So let's get to the kit so that I can get rid of it. So it's designed to hold the battery in a secure manner, so it's well in there. When you also have it plugged in, you have this little clip. You plug it in, and then it grabs on the outer shell of the battery bank, and in that way it will not get disconnected by mistake. It's the same on the other end. Now if you see here, this one is kind of recessed. I put it like that on purpose, just so that I can show you something. If you want to plug and charge your phone with it, normally that clip will be in the way, but because you can slide it, you will be able to use this cable for that as well. So if you look here, let's see, I can have it like that, or I can slide it backwards as it was when I started, and then I can charge devices without having the lip of the clip interfering with anything. So that's a very good thing. Another thing I like is that the band itself is it allows perspiration, and also has the silicone band in there that will make it a bit snug on your forehead, or on the back of your head, or the point is it grips, so it will not slide down. That's the idea behind it. The cord is stretchy, so you have a bit more reach if you need with it. That's another good thing. And other than that, not much to say about this. It has a clever design. So if you look at the very back here, let's see if I can put it like that. So the battery bank itself has a little lip there, and the holder has two, let's see if I take it out first, two retention points in there. Yeah, so those guys will prevent the back of the battery bank from sliding in and out. So therefore this is the end that should go first in there, and then it just clips. And on the other side it will have the USB-C adapter that will secure it in place with the clip. So yeah, that was a well thought out system. So very happy with this part of the purchase. Now why I bought this if I don't have a headlamp from Nitecore? That's very easy, and that was designed to actually work with the Rovivon flashlight I showed you. And this is an USB-C, so it's the new variant of the A8 Rovivon flashlight, and this goes in there like that. Now it's quite a big battery for such a small lamp. Yeah, this is a 350 milliamps, and this is not that, it's this. So roughly 10 times over I can charge it with the battery bank. And why this specific flashlight? It's because first of all, it's the most versatile. It's my EDC, it's always with me. And the second is that this is kind of a headlamp for me as well. I wear glasses, and this clips to my glasses, and I can use it as a headlamp. Yeah, so this is why I chose this specific model from Rovivon, for the ability of clipping it to my glasses, and it's quite powerful. And I have UV light and red light in here, plus a reading light. So everything I want in a flashlight I have in these products, just in a very small format, which is useful because when you clip it to the glasses, you don't want to have too much weight in there. Yeah. Now on the higher output, lumen output of this one, it will not get you too far because it has a very small battery in there. Yeah, you can see in the back there. So 350 milliamps is not much. So if I get into a situation where I'm hiking, or I've been mushroom picking or stuff like that, and my return is delayed and I have to wander quite a bit in the night, I would like to have something to power my flashlight with, especially since this flashlight I can use while charging. So there's another benefit of that. Yeah, it's always on my hiking kit. So the 5 elements I need: the compass, a flashlight, a whistle, fire starter, and a knife. They are in a very small, lightweight packaging, if I can put it this way, and it's always handy for me. Yeah. So yeah, back to the product. So that's the reason for which I went for the strap, because if I have my flashlight on my glasses, I want the battery power to be close to it so that I don't have dangling wires there, and that way interfering with my movement. So back to my complaint now. So I'm very happy with the strap. I'm very happy with the size. As a size comparison, This was actually my first power bank, I believe 10 years ago or so, when my main phone was an iPhone 4S, so it's quite a long time ago. Now afterwards, this was just I believe 1000 milliamps or something like that. I don't know if it's written here. No, is not written on it, but I believe around 1000 or something like that milliamps. After that, I wanted more power. I switched to something like this, 10,000 milliamps, and this became too heavy, so I wanted something more pocketable, and I chose something like this, which is around 3000 milliamps battery bank. Then I noticed that 3000 milliamps is not enough energy for me to take out with me, and then I switched again to something like this, which became my part of my kit, and it was a very happy thing. I was very happy that it was fitting perfectly in a Leatherman case. So this was my goal zero, and this is 6400 milliamps. So in my mind, when I purchased this one, I said, okay, 6000 milliamps in this brick, or 6000 milliamps on something like this battery size, which will work better for my pockets. Evidently the answer was the smaller one. Yeah, you want to carry less weight and bulk if possible, and therefore it's always shrinkflation phenomena when you talk about outdoors. You tend to take as much power as you can in the smallest container possible. Yeah. So so I said, okay, it was a no-brainer. I will take this one, 6000 milliamps. I'm able to put my trusted Goal Zero away from now on, and instead of carrying this little package there on my belt, I will have this in my pocket. Yeah, and of course my InCharge. I use the InCharge 6. I have 6 cables in one. I have 2 of them actually. So this was a smaller footprint for what I needed, what I wanted. Now there you have it, and then find out after buying it, because unlike I usually do, I didn't read the specs when I ordered this one, and I saw a couple of reviews, but they did not mention this part. So I kind of went into it more like an impulse buy, and kind of blindfolded, not necessarily paying attention to what I'm paying for. Yeah, and when it got to me, I got to read the fine print, which, by the way, if you go on Nitecore's website, they have it under the specs. But if you look just at the picture and general description of the product, you will only see this part. I was very careful to check all the pictures they have. All of them are with this face upwards, so there is no way you can see what's on the back of it. And the only mention that you'll find for the actual capacity will be under the specs area, and that only if you know how to read properly the information there. Yeah. So what they are telling us here is the fact that it's actually 3700 milliamps at 5 volts. and when you look a bit further, you'll see you'll have 5 volts input and 5 volts output. So that means the output of this will be always so the capacity of it will be only 3700 milliamps, because you'll always have 5 volts output. So therefore you cannot take advantage of the lower voltage that's advertised on the front of the battery. So 3.6 volts is usually the voltage of a lithium battery, and if you implement the battery directly into any type of apparatus or any type of flashlight or stuff like that, yeah, you will benefit from those 6000 milliamps more or less, because you have direct consumption of energy there, yeah. But when you have to transform that from 3.6 to 5 volts, you will have some loss, and the total power of the battery remains the same. So instead of dividing 21.6 watt hours to 3.6 volts, which is the rated battery, to get the 6000 milliamps, you will have to divide those 2.6 watt hours to actually 5 volts, and that will get you closer to 4000. And with the losses involved in transformation and everything, heat loss and stuff like that, you will get closer to the 3700 milliamps that they put there on the back of the battery in fine script. So therefore you don't have the 6000 milliamps capacity if you want to use this as a power bank. So if you want to use it as a power bank to charge your phone, to charge, I don't know, your iPods, to charge a action camera like a GoPro or something like that, to charge flashlights, to charge anything else, you'll have only 3700 milliamps available. Now, that is the theoretical part. So what I've done, and this is why I was delaying the feedback for this product, is that I actually used it 3 days in a row to charge the different objects in the house, including my phones and my other products like flashlights and iPods and stuff like that. And what I learned is that I have an iPhone 12. That's the one that I'm using now to film this clip, but that has a 2200 milliamps battery. So I wasn't able to charge my phone fully twice. Yeah, it managed to charge my phone 1 3/4, so 0 to 100% fully, and then a 0 to 75% the second time. Now keep in mind, my phone is I believe 4 years old now, if not longer, but I believe 4 years old, and my battery life is diminished, and my battery capacity as well. So instead of having full 100% use out of it, I only have 70% roughly, as it's displayed by my info on my phone. So that means that charging and discharging is for the same amount. Yeah, so if I want to charge my phone, I will not have to charge 2200 milliamps anymore. It's more like 1800 or so, because the battery doesn't have full capacity anymore. So that should have been no problem for this to charge it twice. Now why it's not working, and it only goes to 1 3/4, and I triple checked that just to make sure that I know what I'm saying. I don't know. Another thing I noticed, and this is specifically for iPhone users out there, in my EDC kit I have the InCharge 6, and this is a multiple cable option. It has 6 different ports of it, and you can use any configuration of 2. And it's very convenient for me because it's a small format and lightweight, and I have the versatility I want. Now this plus this plus an iPhone doesn't equal love, so they do not work together. I tried, I have 2 of them, of the InCharge, and neither of them was able to work with the Nitecore Carbon 6K and an iPhone. So that's something for you to be aware of. There is no problem, however, when you try to use a Samsung or some other device with a USB-C, so I don't know what's the problem there. However, I can use it with an iPhone if I use just a simple cable. Now, I said, okay, in this case, maybe the iPhone, the InCharge 6 is a problem. And then, therefore, let's see if this works with my Goal Zero, which I know it works because I used it quite a lot. And yes, I double checked. It's not broken because I noticed that it's a little bit bent in there, and I said maybe it's not making contact properly. However, this is not the port I was using. Usually I use the USB-A and the iPhone port, yeah, in this configuration. So this will not interfere in any way in that in charging the iPhone. Even if I want to charge it from the Carbon, I will have the USB-C on the other end, so it will go here and here straight to the phone. However, it doesn't work like that. So why it's beyond me. I couldn't figure it out yet. So I was about to return it, and then I noticed that I can use it with a cable, so I decided to keep it after all. And that will be for the sole purpose of kind of slimmer EDC. If I have like a dressy event and I want to take something that is a bit more discreet, I will have one of these knives always with me, and yeah, with the Carbon team, it will work nice together. Even if I add something like the Victorinox and a black flashlight like the A23 here. So yeah, this is a secret. If you want to know more about this, let me know. Why do I keep it with a flashlight? But yeah, so other than this, so use it at a dressy event. I bought this for another feature. Now, the thing is, I'm kind of afraid to try that one now. I noticed, I saw a video clip on Nitecore's website. They did that. So this is actually IP68 waterproof. So it's submergible. Yeah. So it can work underwater. It's pretty much sealed, so you should be able to use it like that as well. So that for me, because I do fish a lot, is a very important thing. I'm in the outdoors a lot, and in the outdoors, one main theme you'll find, it's always waterproof and waterproofness, waterproof items, especially when it comes to electrical stuff, electricity and everything battery powered. So yeah, I will take Nitecore at their word here for the submergible part of it. I don't want to risk submerging it myself, considering that I found some other discrepancies from what they presented with the real life. So at least not at this moment. I will see. I will think about it if I want to do that or not. But the second choice will be in an outdoor environment, especially in my boat to charge my phone. And when I want something waterproof, and that will be because I want to be able to rely on it if I by accident fall in the water, or I drop it in the water or stuff like that. You never know. But one thing that I would love to see here is a small rubber cover for the charging port. It's not such a huge expense to take something like this and put it on there to prevent even more the ingress while this is not in use. So what they showed you is the fact that they can actually use it while it's underwater, but when you use it underwater, you kind of cover the port there. So yeah, one way to prevent ingress, it will be very easy. They use the cover for the button there, silicone cover. It's not a huge expense to add one to the charging port, just to make sure that you'll have no ingress if this gets in contact with water. And I will say, yeah, this was quite a long video. I didn't want to do a bad review video, and it's only in part kind of a bad review. It's still a good product. It's just that it was not it isn't what I was expecting, and it put me back on track to search something big and small, so a small item with big capacity in the future as well. But yeah, I believe it works. So I tested it. It works. It's just that not the way I wanted it or I planned for. Yeah. And this is why I'm making this video, to kind of put you guys on guard, to know what to expect if you decide to buy this product and you have plans for it. That being said, I don't want to keep your attention anymore, so I wish you guys all the best. Have a good one. Enjoy time in the outdoors and in life in general.